Hello my friends, this is Roger for the Splish Bash. Oh wait a second, Splish I think, that's actually what it says on my channel right now. Either way, welcome. It doesn't matter if you are an old subscriber, maybe new, or actually becoming one. If so, please press the subscribe button and also turn on the notifications. And I'm getting to that soon, that kind of process, because I'm here to explain why I want to and actually are starting up a second channel here on YouTube. First off, this is something I have been thinking of for a very long time and for many reasons. In order to get to that, I need to describe the situation with my current channel, which is foremost known as 40 Splish Splash, and I've been doing YouTube for a very long time, about 9 years I think. It's a very long time. Gosh, time flies. But nevertheless, I started back in the days when YouTube was young, and I did mainly shooter videos. I played mostly Call of Duty in the beginning, and slowly I started to grow and I added some other games in the same genre. I spent a lot of time at some point playing CSGO competitive, and I did videos around that, and I got followers for that game as well. And then things starting to happen on YouTube at the same time, which I'm getting to soon. But foremost, I also got inspired to play other games, of course, which is fun, you know, variation is good for you, I guess. But this is where I also started to upload other videos, such as horror gameplay. I always like to play, or have always liked to play horror games, and I'm still doing that in my stream, which is still 40 Splish Splash on Twitch. I'm not sure what I will do with the name over there. But I also started to upload these gameplays. It could be Resident Evil or Outlast and similar. I even later added content such as how-to videos regarding Gleam.io and TubeBuddy and Photoshop and stuff like that. And I think you understand where this is going, since now at that point, I think this was around 2015-16, it was a lot of different content on my channel, and some people subscribed for the how-to videos, some people subscribed for the horror like let's plays video walkthroughs, and some definitely were there from the beginning when it comes to the shooter videos. So it became a bit confusing, and I could start to see that, especially when you got the tools that are now implemented in the modern kind of version when it comes to the analytics. And yeah, and it's also a bumpy ride for many reasons. You know, it's hard to get recognized on YouTube, especially when it comes to smaller channel like mine. And maybe you're also a content creator and you clicked on this video to listen to what I have to say about this, and also why I'm again starting a second channel. Just going back a bit in time, because I think around 2014, the fall of 2014, my channel was suspended actually for half a year. And it's a long story, but it comes down to the fact that YouTube said that they found a bug on my channel, and unfortunately that that made my channel being suspended or down for actually half a year. And that was the point when I was actually breaking through a bit. I had a good growth on my channel, but that happened, and I think I lost hundreds of subs at that point. I came back in 2015 when my channel was up and running again, where they had fixed it, and I started to, you know, do my best to come back and all that kind of stuff. At this point also, there was this huge YouTube, what is it called? Adpocalypse actually, where, you know, the advertisers were frightened and pulled back a bit due to events happening on YouTube, also promoting, or actually channels having ads that are not supposed to have ads, and I'm not going into that, but some of you guys already know what I'm talking about. And that was a tough thing for everyone, since it started to, especially I guess for the bigger channels that were making a lot of money, you know, they started to see, you know, lower incomes and stuff like that. Also, YouTube, which they've done all the time, started to experiment more with new features. The whole kind of layout and the channel banners, everything changed. I think that was before that though. But what I'm getting to is that they are changing the algorithm, because there are two things you have to consider as a content creator when you're doing videos on YouTube, and this is also a tip for you guys when you're starting up a channel, if you want to do that. That is the fact that you have the audience, that's the organic part of it. And those are the ones watching your videos and giving the feedback and hopefully follow you, subscribing and all that beautiful stuff. But then you have YouTube, which is foremost a robot. Yes, it's a robot that are watching your video, you might say, checking what we have, what kind of content you're creating, and then it tries to figure out to whom they're gonna present it to. So there you have it, and that's the reason why I started to realize a few years ago, I think, when you got the tools that we have today in the dashboard as a content creator in YouTube Studio, that my channel, especially due to the events that had happened, there wasn't a lot of subscribers getting notifications anymore. I also remember when Google Plus was a thing and it was implemented together with your YouTube channel. It wasn't in the beginning, and then they did that, and then they decided to separate the two again, and Google Plus kind of died when it comes to the Google Plus groups and everything that I was also using, for example, to highlight my content out there. And with that said, there is a rumor saying, I don't know, maybe you guys know, but I think something happened also there when it comes to the whole kind of subscription system. At least YouTube decided to change it so you could no longer just press the subscribe button and then have all the notifications for that specific channel. You also, as you know now, need to be make a more active kind of choice, also pressing the notification bell in order to get notifications for that channel. So is that a good or a bad thing? I would say it's both. For me, having an older channel, it's not that super, since I had the subscriber base from before, and a lot of those people decided or didn't really take the time maybe to turn on the notification bell, and therefore they don't get any notifications. That's one thing. That's the part of the kind of YouTube problem. The problem for me is that I have continued not to really listen into what I've seen in my analytics for like 2-3 years now, because I mainly follow my heart, which is a good thing. You have to enjoy what you're doing, the content you're posting and everything. What I'm saying is that it's hard to reach out to an audience now in 2020 if you aren't consistent doing like one thing, being clear about your message on YouTube, because you have to present some kind of value on your channel, showing that, hey, this is me, I do this. I, for example, have, well, I don't have that, but I have a channel that is focused around beauty and all that comes with it. I will show you makeup tips. No, I'm not doing that. I'm talking about someone else still. But I think you get what I'm saying. So in my case, I started as an FPS channel, mainly around Call of Duty and some other shooter games, and then I kind of expanded, which is, again, it has been a great and fun journey, but I have to realize that if I gonna continue, since it takes so much time, and I think you know that if you're doing videos yourself, it takes so much time and effort into just one video. I'm also recording with like high quality and everything, widescreen, and I put a lot of time in the editing. So with that said, and not only having YouTube as a hobby, but more like a side kind of project job thing, if you know what I'm saying, then you need to think about these things compared to someone that just, you know, uploads videos for fun to show friends and family and stuff like that. I hope I'm not boring you with all this talk and details around it, but it's important for you to understand the history. So the bottom line here is that I have working my ass off to also put the content out there when it comes to social media, which of course everyone does and you should, but also spending money on advertisement and so forth to keep the boat floating. And I just feel that I'm like putting my head towards the wall every time, because YouTube has to get a grip of me and my channel again in order to promote it even more. I've had good days and good weeks, months, and also years again on YouTube, but I want to see that on a more consistent basis. But I don't want to lose the grip of some other things that I'm doing, and that's the reason why once again I'm starting up a second channel. So what's gonna happen here, and some of you guys have already seen that, is my 40 Splish Splash channel is now called Splish, simply Splish, because that's something everyone calls me, or Splash. It's either way. So this channel is gonna be Splish I'm gonna focus on the FPS content. I hope you're gonna continue to support me here. I hope you will enjoy. I'm gonna do my best to continue to entertain as much as I can. And the second channel that will be launched now, you will find the link in the description and the comment section. Please go and subscribe and turn on, for God's sake, the notification bell. It's gonna be around the other kind of content that I've been doing here, which is playthroughs. It could be a horror game. It could also be highlights from one of my streams on Twitch. So by doing that, I hope that I give everyone that are following me and also myself a bit of peace, knowing that if you're here on my first channel, which is called Splish now, you know that it's gonna be a lot of pew 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 and shooting and tips and how to become better at the game and that kind of videos. And on the other channel, which is gonna be called and is called Splash, you will find when I am crying out loud because I'm getting super scared playing Amnesia Rebirth, for example, that is up and running right now on the channel, or having a laugh when you see what we have been doing on my Twitch channel when it comes to playing, for example, Among Us or something else. I don't want to make the video too long, but again, I had to, you know, put it out there. And again, it's gonna be a bit of a bumpy ride now. It's almost like starting over. But I just feel that this is the kind of best thing to do at the moment. Even though I will see some changes in my metrics to start with, I don't really care. I just want to do what I do, but also do it the best way I can. For me, and for you, foremost as a subscriber and a viewer, but also for YouTube to understand what the heck is going on Splish's channel. I hope this made sense. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up if you did. Bye bye.